We want to talk about what the future holds for one Charly Suarez, the 2016 Olympian, won again last Saturday night, Philippine time. He is now 9-0, and the plan is for him to go overseas, quite possibly the United States, and chase a world title. Now, Ryan, given that Charly's already 33 years old, has not fought outside the country, and so we really can't tell how much better he can get. What is your diagnosis?
My feeling is that at 33, he is the fighter that he is, and he's got to get busy. He's had some injury issues in the past. He's seen the light in terms of at the end of the tunnel, and he needs to get moving. Beating an undefeated fighter in a 10-round fight is a good step in the right direction. It shows that he has some ambition, that he's not just someone who will just beat up on local type of fighters, but I think he does have to go abroad. He has to get outside of that comfort zone that he's been in, and that requires some investment, getting the right promotional ties. I mean, that's really what it comes down to, is him being able to go out there and make things happen for him. So I think he does need to get out of the country. I think he needs to start working towards getting on American television, because you could be however ranked, and you can beat all the guys in the Philippines 100 times. But unless you're fighting on TV in the United States, no one's really noticing you. No, you're not going to get those opportunities, because at the end of the day, it's all about business, and he's got to make the business work for him as well.
Now, the main question here, of course, is how much he can still grow further as a boxer. He's essentially starting from scratch once he goes to another pond. So the question there is, of course, is time still going to allow, considering he's already 33? Just 9-0. Of course, there are some boxers who were like 15, 16-0 and have become world champions. But realistically speaking, it's still a long ways to go for Charly.
I mean, yeah, I would say so. Because what he did in the amateurs was really good for a Filipino fighter. But we're talking about fighting at the next level. I'm looking at him. I don't see an explosiveness that could match something what Oscar Valdez or Shakur Stevenson have. He hasn't been particularly dynamic. Maybe he can level up when he fights at a higher level, but that's still something that has to be seen. Like, he on paper, he has all of the credentials that you would want. He doesn't particularly pass the eye test. That's sort of the issue with him right now. You don't look at him and see someone's going to beat Shakur Stevenson or beat Oscar Valdez. But we'll see, and I would like to see. I'm curious to see what happens when he goes to the next level, when he starts sparring with fighters outside of the Philippines, and is just getting exposed at a higher level.
You've seen it time and time again. Boxers from Asia, boxers from outside the United States, trying to crack the market there. How long would it take for that process to happen? I mean, of course, for example, we want to compare Manny Pacquiao and Nonito Donaire, but their paths were also different. When Manny Pacquiao went to the US, he'd already been a champion. In Charly's case, he's been an amateur for the longest time, not even Cuban, and yet he's pretty much starting all over again.
Yeah, I think that for him, it's just about getting the right ties, the right affiliations. If he can get his foot in the door with somebody who has a foot in the door, then that process moves a lot quicker. If he goes over there as an independent, an independently managed fighter who doesn't really have any connections, and he's waiting around the gym for someone to notice him, he's gonna be waiting for a while. So I think it would be wise for him to ensure that he has the right people around him, someone who can get him in the door. Because when you're looking at the MP Promotions fighters, they've essentially been handled by PBC because of that relationship that Sean Gibbons has with that promotional company. or you have someone who can get in with Top Rank, or someone who can get in with, so if you can get those deals, great. If it makes things move a lot quicker.